Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I am pouring a brand new collection. These are some restocks. We've got April showers and croissant, and then these are the new collection. This is also, listen, it sounds like I'm walking around in a nightclub in my teens. That is because I spilled a great amount of oil all over myself and on the floor, but I'm changed now, so that's fine. Anyway, these are all wicked and ready. I've just cleaned all of these. Like, seriously, I'm on a roll today. I've just cleaned these all with some hot water. They're all dry. They're ready to put on top of these, which were wicked yesterday. I've honestly never felt so organised. I think because I know I'm going away for nearly 2 weeks, really, all told. I've been trying to get ahead in everything. And I knew that I wanted to, because this is a Florida collection. I'm calling it Florida Fairy Tale Florida. I forget which way around I decided. But effectively, it is a Disney inspired collection. And because of that, we are going to be in Disney. And I wanted to make sure that this launched either the day that we get there or like just before, just to really maximize the opportunity that I have to promote this while we're over there. I wanted to do this last year and I just never kind of got around to it in time. I felt like it needed to be a summer collection. I visited my friend Molly who lives in Hong Kong. I went by myself, but that was a thing within itself. That was crazy. I feel like that's one of those things that I'm going to look back at when I'm older and be like, well done. Like, that was a scary thing to travel across the world by yourself. And entirely for the first time for me. I've never really, I don't even think I've done any long haul at all. Or maybe, no, I flew to Greece by myself to meet people. But other than that, it was a really big deal. And I don't want to discount that to myself because it was a really big deal. But all that aside, what I was trying to say was I was going to Hong Kong Disneyland for the day. And I thought, oh, I can do it there. It's just not quite the same. And also it was September. I felt like it needed to be, although this could be a collection at any time because Florida is always warm. It's like perpetual summer. It's a summer collection. So we've got 3 scents. We've got Beach Club, which I've got to admit, I was in a bit of a Disney name bubble when I came up with these names and ordered the labels. And it did not occur to me until yesterday that we already have a beach house that is part of our core collection from day one. I can't explain it, but Beach Club is a resort in Disney. And I was trying to think of like non-specific Disney names, you know, like things that evoke, you understand that it's inspired by, but we're not saying it's a Disney collection so as not to get into any trouble. So yeah, we've got a Beach Club and a beach house now, but Beach Club is a limited edition, so I think that's okay. And they are completely different scents. Beach house is more kind of, in my mind, it's a more expensive luxury beach house, you know? And then Beach Club is more like fresh and sea air, but with a little element of like sunscreen, and it's more family holidays. Whereas beach house, I think of as like more adult, you know? So they are completely different scents. And then finally, oh, did I even tell you? So Beach Club is one of them, which, yes, I've accidentally got Beach Club and Beach House. Then we've got Florida Dreams, which is actually my favourite one. I thought I was going to like Beach Club the most, but actually Florida Dreams, by the time I blended everything together and I burned that final sample, was like, yeah, this is the one. Florida Dreams, I'll tell you what they smell like. It's orange, melon, and warm ocean air. It also has some apple in here. My idea was to take some notes that are on the Soarin' ride and kind of blend something, but it's not like a smell from Soarin', it's more, that's what I was inspired by. Beach Club is sunscreen, sea breeze, citrus, and soft florals. This definitely has, it's not really like a sun cream smell, but it has those notes in it. Because I'm not really into sun cream, but it's definitely like a kind of fresh holiday smell. And then Main Street is popcorn, spun sugar, caramel, and coffee. So the coffee is a real like background scent to this. It's mostly like sweet. It's very kind of caramel popcorn kind of smell to me. Anyway, I have these already. I've got my wax that has been cooling. I am doing everything exactly right. The room is at an ambient temperature. I have had this heater on for hours, making sure that this room is warm. I have cooled the wax to the point where it is cloudy. It is everything. If these do not just perfectly set to the most amazing, no sinkholes, no, like just no hot gunning, nothing, I will be shocked, because I couldn't have made more effort to make them a success. Also, I put the labels on the outside of the thing just so that I didn't forget which was which, because that is easily done. Although these do smell quite significantly different, so maybe not so much with this collection. I've wicked and labelled 10 jars, but I've only made the wax enough for 8. My plan is to almost fill them and then do a top up before they're completely set, just to get the most even. In this like inclement weather, it is just driving me crazy not being able to get a totally smooth top. Sinkholes I've kind of fixed, but I'm desperately ready to pour Christmas candles in August, honestly. That was my very favourite time. I'm just going to make so many. Someone said the other day, would it be a good idea to put something out where people pre-order Christmas? Because I was saying, you know, obviously you don't want to make too many, but you also don't want to be like scrambling to make Christmas candles in December, because then you're almost always going to be putting those in the sale. And I may this August put something out like a wait list or something, just to get an idea of really how many people have an interest in each of the scents, so that I can make as much autumn winter stuff in the summer months as possible, because it is definitely the best time to make candles. I just got an email from Fiverr, which if you've never used Fiverr before, like, what are you doing? Because it is an incredible service everybody needs to be using for a small business. But I just got an email saying that they just finished a project that I'd requested. Usually I will, let me just make sure this is the right thing. Usually I will photograph each candle, like as we do different labels, I'll photograph each candle individually. And that is pretty time consuming. Between that and then putting them into the editing software, getting it looking kind of nice enough and close enough to the other ones on the website, because I like them all to look kind of uniform. That's relatively time consuming. It's something that I put off. But beyond that, also then there's the photography, obviously, for the launch, because you want them all together and yada yada. I've just put something on Fiverr last night. Like, could someone make me a mock-up? Like, or rather, I'm sending them the candle. I'm like, here is some, like a selection of candles. Here's what I've got already. Here are the new labels. Can you put me these new labels on these candles? I know that's not a big job for someone with like any amount of Photoshop skills, which I do not have. And they've just delivered them. And honestly, I think I paid £4 per image, which I think is pretty steep. I'm certain, because it said like per job, and I just ordered 3. I'm pretty sure if I'd ordered 1 and just said, can you do these? They would have probably done it within 1 order. I've got a wire. This is my heater. They probably would have done it within 1 order, but that felt a little bit too cheeky for me, so I didn't do that. But I would definitely recommend that, because while I'm doing this morning, I'm like making all the candles and cleaning up the space. I've got all the things that I need to be doing. I've already created a ton of content that I want to make on Canva. Is that enough? Let me just check which one I'm doing. Beach Club. I think I must have had a little bit more of Main Street, because I don't think that needs 2 full candles worth of wax, but here we are. Yeah, in a nutshell, I've saved the time of doing all that while I'm doing something else. It was totally worth the £15 that I spent, in my opinion. I'm mixing the toppers now. If only I could mix 3 at once. That would be great. Feels like music. Ignore the washing machine. Final topper done on all 30 candles. I cannot wait to burn a sample of those, because this is a really good one. I feel really good about this collection. I also made a ton of samples yesterday of some new scents that we're looking at for autumn winter. It's gonna creep up on us before we know it. It's gonna be here. They are setting almost perfectly. Ah, the candle gods have forgiven me. Perfect. Perfect. Top of these, also perfect. The mascara I was trying today, less perfect, can you see? Charlotte Tilbury, I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not telling you. I tell you on other channels. It's not good. I used to always use PicMonkey, and I do still sometimes use PicMonkey for things, but I just started learning Canva. These are the candles that the actual like candle itself with the label on it. This with the transparent background is what I had made on Fiverr, and then I just put the things behind. But why was I wasting my time doing this when I could just pay someone to do it? I'm never doing that again, truly. But yeah, I decided that it was time to learn Canva. I feel like PicMonkey it's simpler for me, but I think that's just because I know it. But Canva has got so many templates for things. So I've made just absolutely tons. Obviously, I've not changed the writing on some of them. But I've made tons of templates that I can use for what's the word I'm looking for? Emails, and for stories, and for Instagram stuff. Just like while I'm watching TV, I've been adding to these, and I'm never looking back, honestly. I feel so organized. I've got all of these. Oh, sneaky little discount code there. I've got all of these templates just like ready to go. Look how cool these ones are. And like you can individually animate them. I know I'm like super late to the party, but truly I am converted to Canva. Anyway, that is it. It's been a very long day. I've just logged off from my day job and it is 10 o'clock at night. So I'm going to get in the bath and I may go and make some boxes up because I'm going to drop off a ton of stuff with Karen this weekend. We're actually going to see, my friend's opening a shop. I've mentioned this briefly here, there and everywhere. My friend's opening a shop. We're hoping within the next couple of months. She's bought a house that has a shop attached to it. She's also a small business, and she's very generously allowed us to be in the shop. She's also got some other local makers in there. It's going to be kind of like curated makers, but like a local specific thing in Doncaster, and it's in Hatfield, if you're familiar with the area. It used to be, it's going to still be called Four on the High Street, but it used to be a cafe. It's been there for like 30 years. So if you're interested, look up Four on the High Street for the location, and I'll give you updates as and when I can. But this weekend we're going to go and have a look around. They've been doing some like decorating in the house. We're just going to kind of go and have a look around the house, but she's also going to show Karen around. I think our friend Emma is going to come up and see as well, because Emma's considering maybe starting something. So yeah, it feels like I just love this little period in time where it feels like infinite possibilities. I think that's what I've always loved about YouTube as well, is that it's just the what if of it all. There's so many maybes when you do these kind of entrepreneurial things. Nothing is steady, and it's not guaranteed, and it's not something you can rely on, but it's also never boring, and it's just full of maybes. Now my friend's opening the shop. That just feels like another door to another maybe, to another potentially amazing opportunity. But I will keep you updated as and when. And I don't know whether or not I might do a little vlog next week. But we're going away for 2 weeks. I'm so ready for a break. I mean, it's not like a holiday. It is a holiday, but it's not like a relaxing holiday. We don't really take relaxing holidays. A Disney holiday is not a relaxing holiday, but just to be taken away from my day-to-day life, taken outside of, like, there's very little I can do while we're there, and so it is still forced time off. And I am ready.